Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 5, called Bright Red
Sword.
Sword!
I'm gonna edit you out of that.
Except you don't do it, Lydia, keep that in. So, I'm thinking, do you think this has to do with the 300-year-old one that the guy took?
No.
No?
I think Bright Red Sword. I'm assuming the Love Hashiro's sword is.
Oh, how did I forget? Yes. The Love Hashiro was coming to the rescue at the end of last episode. Things were looking bleak.
I'm very curious to see her fighting style. Like, does she talk that much when she fights? What the... I'm curious.
Tokito was taking care of the swordsmiths. He was taking care of the village people. We're hoping that he makes an appearance because things are a little heavy for Tanjiro and Nezuko right now. The one guy, the one form was taking on Nezuko. The other one was taking on Tanjiro. Genya, he's trying his best.
He's been skewered.
But he has this gun, which, wow.
I kind of like that they have something different.
I feel like that's like a little OP. He's gonna be a Hashira for sure. Although somebody was telling me, and I'm feeling this, like, we haven't seen him eat. He lost his tooth and it grew back.
You think he's a demon?
I mean, the person was also a first-time viewer and was alluding to that, and it really got me thinking. So now I'm curious about Genya.
I see where that could come from, but I feel like Tanjiro can always smell.
But he also, remember, he was heading to the hot springs and he was like, oh, something smells weird. And then Genya was in the hot springs. And I was like, it's the sulfur.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Well, that's a tangent that we can...
But he might be the spy. Like, he might be the reason the demons know where the village is. I guess we'll find out.
There are so many questions.
As per usual.
But things are happening fast.
I'm expecting a banger.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we're not going to get any breaks.
No.
In this season.
It's heart attack from here on out till the end of the season.
Let's just hope that the two Hashira come to take on Upper 4, and then, like, let's deal with Upper 5 after he, like, his fishbowl thing going on.
Little vase destruction.
Yeah, find that vase. And kill him! Okay, I'm very excited. Let's do this. Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 5 is coming right now.
こっちで間違いない？見つけた。
One-handed swing.
おお、瞬きする間に切っている。
He is a Hashira.
時藤殿、これはありがたい。虎鉄少年、無事でよかった。正直もう死んでると思いましたよ。
金森さんこそ。
あなたが金森という人？
お、
時藤さん、この人が金森さんです。
俺の刀用意してる？早く出して。
おや、これはひどい箱ぼれだ。
Dispensing with the
だから里
pleasantries.
に来てるんだよ。
なるほどなるほど。刀は用意できているのですぐにお渡ししましょう。
ずいぶん話が早いね。
よかったですね。感謝したらいいですよ。
炭治郎君に頼まれていたんですよ。あなたの刀のことを、そしてあなたを分かってやってほしいと。
炭治郎が。
だから私は あなたを最初に担当していた刀鍛冶を調べて。
金森さん、早く鋼塚さんのところに行かないと。もし鬼に襲われてたら。
そうであった。さあ、私どもの作業小屋まで案内します。
Okay, is it just me, or did that make it seem like Tanjiro was getting the 300-year-old sword ready for him?
That was the conclusion I jumped to, and I hoped that I was wrong. But he didn't give that guy the 300-year-old one.
No, it's true. But that would be a Tanjiro thing to do.
But did we see him interact with Mr. Kanamori?
No, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. That was my instinct, and it would be a very Tanjiro thing. He's better than me, he's a Hashira, he deserves the sword, even though I found it.
Tanjiro better keep it.
Well, I'm curious. But his sword was chipped. He definitely needs a new one.
Yeah, that's why he was like so annoyed about it a few episodes ago.
Tanjiro told me not to worry about you and the way you act, because you're a jerk. But he said, just chill, it's just him. I'll give you the precursor.
You're a douchebag, but I'll try to be nice to you.
里が心配です。刀を持って柱のあなたには一刻も早く助けに行ってもらいたい。あの小屋です。よかった。魚の化け物はいない。あの小屋で作業をしてたんです。中には時藤殿に渡す刀もあります。それを持ってすぐに佐藤さんのところへ向かってください。
いや、ダメだ。
え、なんすか？
で、腹立つ。
来てる。
Don't wait.
Oh, one-on-one.
Oh, it's that far away. I thought he like had his sword on it, and I was like, what are you waiting for? Maybe they should go hide.
そんなにこのあばら屋が大切かい？こそこそと何をしているのだろうな。敵襲！鬼だ！敵襲！各一族の同志を守れ！柱の刀を持ち出せ！長を逃がせ！気をつけろ！この化け物は爪が刃物みたいに鋭いぞ！一旦建物の中へ逃げろ！ダメだ！下がれ！下がれ！
Bye bye.
おお、柱が来たぞ！
遅れてごめんなさい。みんなすぐ倒しますから。
The girl is quick.
早っ、強っ。可愛いから忘れてたけど、強いんだよな、柱って。
長を頼みます！
Those demon spawn don't have great reaction time.
No.
This one seems a little stronger. He has double
Got
boss.
the multi-base.
Oh.
Not effective.
No. We never see their faces.
佐藤城中で警護していた鬼殺隊員があっけなくやられてしまった。里で最も優れた技術を持つ長を死なせるわけにはいかない。大きすぎる。この化け物、攻撃がまるで効かん。異常に動きも速い。
Put a human in his hand.
動かない方がいいですよ。多分あなたは内臓が傷ついてるから。
Her sword.
カロジ殿。なんだこの刀は。王様、 テッチー様が撃ったものか。噂には聞いていたが、なんと奇妙な。
It's like a whip.
Yeah.
恋の呼吸石の型。初恋のバナナキ。
Ha ha!
You're gonna love the names of her attacks. I can just feel it.
私いたずらに人を傷つけるやつにはキュンとしないの。
Mm-hmm.
She knew right away to attack the vases,
Yeah, she
which
didn't
is
even think
interesting.
about it. I hope he's okay. Touch him.
Safe.
大丈夫ですかテッチー様。しっかり。テッチー様聞こえますか。
若くて可愛い娘に抱きしめられてなんだかんだで幸せ。
やだもうテッチー様ったら。
私も頭から落ちました。手を握ってくだされ。
あらごめんなさい大丈夫ですか。
今度ね。
よかった。
Everybody's
And everybody's
fine.
okay.
We're fine over here. Do you think that that is metallic? Like, what do you think that is?
I love how your first question is like the physics of how it works.
Well, yeah, like, do you think it's it has to be metal because it has to be the Nishirin blade. But it's like so bendy.
Are you thinking about the metallic formula for a metal that would bend like that and still stay sharp?
No.
Yes, you are.
Well, it just is very curious.
It's very curious, but this is probably one of those things that you just have to like dive into the fantasy world and just acknowledge that.
It reminded me of Daki's belts and like
Ooh, interesting.
rhythmic gymnastics swirling, but it was like...
I thought of a whip right away when I saw it bending that way, but I like the rhythmic.
I thought of a whip when I first saw it, but then when I saw her use it and the patterns it was making, it made me think of artistic gymnastics.
So the creativity about her character right off the hop, I immediately liked. Different sword, different type. I listened to the first attack and I was like, Sarah's gonna love this.
It was so funny though.
Well,
Shivers of first love.
I mean, you're a big lyrics person, and that seems like it would be a Taylor Swift lyric.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I figured you would like it. Tell me that's wrong.
No, it's just very interesting.
Yeah. They've already done a really good job with her as a character, even if the talking I find annoying.
This is Adam trying to make up for the fact that he's hated every single Hashira, so he's trying really hard to find positive.
That is my honest opinion.
Okay. Well, and also, how did she know to go for the vases right away? She didn't even have trial and error.
Well, I was curious about that. I'm not sure how she knew, but she picked it up.
Didn't Tokito take it? It took a second for him to
figure it out. Maybe she's got really good instincts.
なんだろうこれは。この匂いは。
証拠まかと逃げるな。
She was dodging those really well.
そうだ。俺は内輪の鬼の攻撃を受けて気を失った。禰豆子が先に意識を取り戻したんだ。
まだるっこし辛く吹き飛ばしてしまえ。ああ。言われなくともそのつもりじゃ。考えるんだ。敵に大打撃を与える方法。すぐに回復させない攻撃。小僧死ね。これで終わりじゃ。
She's like, hand that to me, I got this.
trying to not lose him, I think. But this is the most firepower from the Hashira side we've seen in one place.
ずいぶん見晴らしが良くなったの。さあ、これでちょこまかと隠れる場所はな
The
い。
whole city? Or is that just a building?
くそ、瓦礫
I
が。
don't know.
ネズコ、大丈夫だ。見捨てたりしない。刀から手を離すんだ。瓦礫をどかすから。ネズコ、やめろ。指が切れ
She's
る。
infusing the
No.
sword with her blood!
それにしても
I don't know why I screamed that.
この煙が晴れた時が奴らの最後じゃ。ネズコ、やめろ。やめるんだ。
Yes.
はじめまして。私はギョッコと申すもの。殺す前に少々よろしいか。なんで寄ってくるの？
だって俺たちだけじゃ不安なんだもん。
今宵三方のお客様にはぜひとも私の作品を見ていただきたい。作品？何を言ってるのかな。ではまずこちら。
I don't think we should see these.
かぬちの断末魔でございます。
Wow.
ご覧ください。まずはこの手。刀鍛冶特有の分厚い豆だらけの汚い手をあえて私は前面に押し出しております。
高校児の哲夫さん、金池さん、
But they're still alive.
そう。
Are they really gonna become demons?
この作品には5人の刀鍛冶を贅沢にふんだんに使っているのですよ。それほど感動していただけるとは。さらに刀を刺すことによりカヌチらしさを強調しております。このひょっとこの面も無情感や不条理を表現するために残しました。こちらももちろんあえて意図してです。そして極めつけはこれ。このように刀をひねっていただくとどうですか、素晴らしいでしょう。断末魔を再現するのです。おい、いい加減にしろよ、クソ野郎が。まだ作品の説明は終わってない。最後までちゃんと聞かれよ。壺から壺を移動できる。なるほど。私のこだわりはその壺の感触が薄い。
Wow, that was fast.
また逃げられた。移動が早い。次はあそこだ。気づくと壺がある。よくも気にましたね。私の壺を、芸術を、審美眼のないサルメが。どうやって壺が出てくるんだ。
Good question.
脳まで筋肉でできているような貴様らには私の作品を理解する力はないのだろう。それもまたよし。いや、でもこれだけ逃げるということはさっきの分裂鬼とは違ってこいつは首を切れば死ぬんだ。千本針予算。
Yeah, I don't get it. Whoa.
邪魔だから隠れておいて。
ごめんなさい。俺
Wow!
針だらけで随分滑稽な姿ですね。どうです？毒で手足がじわじわと麻痺してきたので
You
は？
gotta be kidding me.
本当に
I hope that he has some immunity to poison.
That move ups the stock in my book, though.
The fact that he sacrificed himself for...
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I do also hope the poison doesn't get him, but
I think he'll be fine, but maybe he has some immunity to it.
it seems all the demons have poison of some sort. Or
I
it's
wonder
just
what
demon
brand of poison it is.
Costco brand.
What? Interesting. How does he generate the vases? How do you stop the vases? How do you destroy them?
I feel like the feeling or emotion one was a little more straightforward once you figured out the tongues. This guy has a little more complexity, which I mean kind of goes along with art, eye of the beholder, different abilities. I think this is going to be a tougher fight. And not just because this is 4, right?
No, this is 5.
This is 5.
So I think 4 inherently should be tougher, I guess. But how many things can he make these fish do? You know what I mean? Because like he had the big fish that were just like floating around, then he had the super muscle fish, and now he has like needle spitting fish. Like how many versions of this does he do?
Maybe he has unlimited creativity. Whatever
Whatever
he
he
wants.
feels like, whatever like artistic whim takes him. Interesting. Also, his face is kind of like a Picasso. Now that he's into art, I'm like, Picasso. Because, you know, Picasso used to draw, like, the faces not where they the features not typically where they are.
I have a question for you. Was the upper stamp in both demons' eyes normally, or was it only in one? Do you remember?
I think it said, like, did it say upper 5?
Maybe.
Or was it just in one eyeball?
I'm looking at him or her or it now.
Well, those are 2 different characters.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if that's important somehow.
滑稽だ。つまらない命を救ってつまらない場所で命を落とす。いてもいなくても変わらないような。
つまらねえ命なんだからよ。
誰だ？思い出せない。昔同じことを言われた気がする。誰に言われた？夏だ。暑かった。戸を開けてた。暑すぎるせいか、夜になってもセミが鳴いていてうるさかった。
しかし柱ですからね。一応はこれでも。どんな作品にしようか胸が躍る。
うるさい。つまらないのは君のおしゃべりだ。
Ooh. Whoa.
血気術水国鉢。窒息死はおつなものだ。美しい。そして首に矢を当てられてヒヤリとする感じ。これはとてもいい。
ダメだ。切れない。
鬼狩りの最大の武器である呼吸を止めた。もがき苦しんで歪む顔を想像するとたまらない。里を壊滅させれば鬼狩りどもには大打撃。鬼狩りを弱体化させれば産屋敷の首もすぐそこだ。
禰豆子、刀から手を離してくれ、禰豆子。
She's like, let me do my work.
禰豆子の血で刀が燃える。
Wait, whose sword is that? Because he didn't have his.
温度が上がって。
Right? He came to the village because he broke his other one and he couldn't find the swordsmith and he was making it, remember?
Yeah, I can't remember where he got it from. Was it a temporary one? Didn't the little guy give him a sword to train with?
Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble remembering.
I think that's what happened. Because he needed something to battle the robot. Or the machine.
But then Tokito also broke his when he was fighting the machine and took the machines, remember?
Yeah.
So there's been some exchanges of weaponry happening.
Nobody's
here.
got their own weapon.
Yeah, I'm like confused. Wait, did Tanjiro get his second one from... Did he get a new one from his guy?
Honestly, I can't remember.
Shoot! Okay.
But I think it's interesting, going back to the vase demon, upper 5. He's very talkative and artsy, and you have the exact opposite in the Hashira that's fighting him. No nonsense, no talking, like stop talking, we're just gonna fight. I find that interaction interesting.
黒い刀が赤くなる。焦る血をまとって。これはバケット。
Exploding blood sword.
赤くなるんですね。お侍様の刀、戦う時だけ赤くなるのね。
なんだ。
どうしてなの？不思議ね。普段は
Is
黒
this a
曜石のよう
mystery?
な漆黒な
Or
のね。
a memory?
誰だ。
Or a dream?
とっても綺麗ですね。
誰なんだ。
The ancestor DNA.
そうだった。これは遺伝した記憶だ。お侍様というのはあの耳飾りの剣士のことだろうか。あの剣士の刀は漆黒だったのか。俺も同じ黒刀だ。俺の刀も今赤くなった。
Samurai sword turns red during battle!
So that must be his.
禰豆子の血の力によって赤くなった刀だから。きっとあの剣士とはやり方が違うけれど、今刀は同じようになっている。強くなったと思っても鬼はまたさらに強く。生身の体は傷を負いボロボロになり、でもその度に誰かが助けてくれる。命をつないでくれる。俺は答えなければ。俺に力を貸してくれるみんなの願いは、思いは一つだけだ。鬼を倒すこと、人の命を守ること。
Excellent.
俺はそれに応えなければ。小細工したところでわしには勝てぬ。
切られたとて痛くも痒くもない。
How about that?
燃える刃、格闘、無惨様の記憶。無惨様を追い詰め、その首を切りかけた剣士の刀。姿が重なる。
Oh, that's epic.
火の神神楽、日運の竜。
Butter.
かぶりまい。ずっと考えてた。あの一撃のことを。牛太郎の首を切れたあの一撃の威力の理由を。あの瞬間の感覚、呼吸、力の入れ方。燃えるように熱くなった体中、そして額が。分かった。もうできるぞ。あと1体だ。一度に4体切らないと。あと1体は剣也、無事だった。4体目の首を切ってる。 やったやった同時か同時に切れていればゲンヤゲンヤかなんだあの姿はまるで
Oh. He looks feral.
Whoa.
Okay, hold on. I want to go back. Because that image of Tanjiro with everybody's hands on his back, what did that remind you of?
I'm gonna get it wrong. What?
In Haikyuu, when Hinata is being oppressed by...
Oh, the first years were being held down by Ushijima, and then
Yeah.
the second and third years were like raising up.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's what that reminded me of.
Teamwork.
Well, and it's just so interesting that he remembers it, he has the flashback, but his true success is all of the people who have helped him out along the way. Oh, I thought that was... And the imagery behind him when he's on fire, and you can kind of see the mirage behind him of the old swordsman.
Well, and his scar
Yeah.
transforming into the samurai guy's
Yeah.
scar.
That scene was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, now to the last thing we saw.
Wait, now I'm starting to think that that person isn't a first-time viewer and that they put that idea in my head that Genya was a demon, and now I'm upset about it.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it now. But, do you think he was already a demon, or do you think there was a transfer, or do you think that demon took his body over?
There's some twist here that it's gonna shock us.
I mean, you can't defeat an upper that quickly. Even if he goes...
No.
I mean, he leveled up real quick, that kind of connection of history and help, but the best Hashiras don't defeat an upper that quickly.
But even the fact that he got like driven through with the one guy's staff or whatever it was in episode 3 and then was still around
I mean,
in
we've
episode
seen...
4 and now he's like back on his feet, like that recovery is crazy.
It is crazy, but we've seen some of these humans take massive amounts of damage and fight through. I don't really know what to think right now.
Me neither. He definitely looked like a demon.
Yeah, absolutely. But he looks feral.
Well, so did Nezuko
Yeah, fair.
in the entertainment district.
Fair. It reminded me of like a rabid dog, was what popped into my head watching it.
There's no way that upper 4 can be gone already. Like that was too easy.
I would tend to agree with you.
And like granted, Tanjiro leveled up to the max with the exploding blood sword. But also, how did Nezuko know to do that? And like these memory dream things, like it's an inherited memory, so he's clearly connected to this samurai in some way.
But that means Nezuko is too. So maybe...
The lineage. Oh, they
so
both
maybe,
got some samurai in them.
Maybe she's having connections too, but we just can't see it, or we don't know, or they're not showing us.
But also, it's like... What am I doing?
Sarah's been at the poet's corner lately.
Poetry slam. Okay, that samurai almost beheaded Muzan.
Mm-hmm.
And so given what I know about demons, not a lot, it's like when they find somebody who's like really strong, they want them to become one of them. So like what happened for the samurai to then go and become upper 1?
That's
like,
be
what is that connection?
That's gonna be the story.
Oh. Because Muzan was probably like, oh my gosh, I respect how strong you are. You almost killed me. Join me.
Yeah, I don't know. I do, however, love the synergy between Tanjiro and Nezuko. They're learning to work together, and Tanjiro's still looking out for Nezuko, and there's still the fear that she's going to go further into being a demon, but they do seem to be working together better now.
He was like, give me that back. She's like, shh.
Let me set it on fire.
Let me do my work. Oh my god, okay, there's a lot. There's
Great
a lot.
episode.
And I feel like we definitely missed something, or we're forgetting something from past episodes about how he has that sword, because if it was jet black, like that is the color. That's his color.
Yeah. There's been so much going on, it's hard to keep track of everything.
We for sure had a little blip there where we missed or forgot something, but I don't believe that Upper 4 is dead. Where the heck is the love Hashira? She needs to go help Tokito immediately. Is Tokito... I think she is going to break him out of his water bubble.
That's a good prediction.
And I feel like she'll have to sever that vase where the water bubble came from in order to do that.
That makes sense.
There's so many complexities here, so many details. And Genya.
That was a great episode.
There are so many things that are happening in these episodes,
It's
and
fun.
then at the end we're just like so stunned and have a million questions. Wow.
Let's watch The Secret.
その刀ってどうやって鞘に
Fair
収まるん
question.
ですか？
どうって毒じゃがいもふふふひひひくくくというのは冗談よ冗談
おお、すごいです。
I missed that.
Yeah, what happened? Can we do slow-mo?
すごいですよ。さすが甘露寺さんです。
そうかなじゃあもう一回見せちゃおうかな
すごいです、甘
Still
露寺
missed
さん。
it.
そうかなじゃあもう一回だけ見せちゃおうかな炭治郎くんだから特別よとその前に次回第6話柱になるんじゃないのかいよいよよいよいよ
すごいすごい。
Awesome.
Whoever said that Demon Slayer peaked in the entertainment district, I'm enjoying this.
Me too. Me too. I mean, I kind of just want to keep watching, but if we weren't recording this, I would probably binge the rest of this today.
If we could just like chill and
Just-
watch it, yeah.
IPA on the couch, 6 episodes of Demon Slayer.
Wow, okay, so much has happened, so many questions. We are clearly stumped and our minds are spinning.
Things click as the day goes on after we watch an episode. Like you put things together and then we talk about it. It's like, oh, missed that, missed that, missed that.
Yeah. Oh man, okay, let us know your thoughts. No more spoilers, please. I was like, you
You don't
what?
know if that was a spoiler though.
I don't know, but like it turns out it probably was. Okay, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your excitement. Are you 10 out of 10 like us? Hit us up, please. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned because we are gonna find out more next week. Bye.